Okay, so now we're on part 2. So we've got this piece. I don't know why that's not focusing. It's focusing on my hand, I think. So we've made our flare. I want that focus in. We've made our flare, and I can't get that to focus in for some reason. Oh, there it is. All right. Whoop. Focusing on other things. So there it is, briefly. Anyway, so we've got our fitting on there. Must be picking up all that shine or something. Got our fitting on the end. There we go. And I've made my flare fitting on the end. It fits really well. Now I'm going to put this piece in place. I think I'm going to widen open for you there. All right. So let me string this in. All right, so we've got this piece here. And we've got to bend this to reach its final destination. Wiggle it a little bit. Now if I can find the 3/8 wrench. So unfortunately I did it again in the last video. I hit the damn button again. Sucks having giant hands. So here is this last fitting. Got our 3/8 wrench. I'm gonna crank that in. You want them tight, but don't go crazy. Because that is a brass fitting, and brass is soft. Right, Earl? Isn't the brass soft? Yeah, the brass be soft. That's it. All right, here's the other side. And right there, we are now done with our brake plumbing. This side here comes through this piece of the frame, and that's a flexible tube, so the torque tube drive shaft can, bounce up and down, and it won't affect the tubing. This tubing, I'll get some brackets to hold it in place so it doesn't flop up and down, doesn't ride on the muffler, and so we'll get that put into place. This is the new muffler I put in, by the way. Brand new. And right now I want to put this hanger in, and we'll get this thing hung the way it's supposed to be, and that'll be that. So let me get the tripod and set you up so you can see it. It's coming along good. I love the fact that we got the brake lines done. It was a lot of research. This is the old stuff here. When you take things off, always keep the old stuff around, because you want to, if you don't find the new stuff, sometimes you got to bring the old stuff with you, and they got to do a lot of measuring. And that's that. And that's what I had to do because I didn't have a make and a model. You know, these brakes are off a 39 car, but that means nothing to what we're building here because we are making a custom rod, you know? So, getting in the shot here. Don't fire the cameraman. So I've got this bracket. It's basically a universal bracket, and I put a little bend in it here to get it out away from the end of the pipe. And see where I'm going to be right there. What I think I'm going to do is just screw this together, and then I can put the bracket on afterwards. That gets us pretty much where we want to be. Now, I've got a bolt here with a lock washer and all that ready to go that I got out of my pile. And I'm going to take and drill a hole as we speak. Let me grab a drill. I'm going to use this one that's on it. So, let's find out where we are here. This pipe is just sitting relaxed, attached to the manifold, and it holds pretty good. So I'm just going to take a little bit of pressure on it, uphill, or off of it, I should say. I'll give it my starting point. See if that gets us in. Yep. 1/2 inch. That's 1/2 inch, perfect. You have that. Bigger than half, probably 9/16. Trying to get my giant head out of the way. And that's perfect. Never want to tighten things too tight. I got a good story. When I was a kid, I had a 1969 Plymouth Sports Satellite, and I was putting something on. I don't know what it was, whether it was a distributor, or I mean not a distributor, but I think it was an alternator. Now I can take my baling wire off here, right? We don't want to build a new car and hold the muffler up with baling wire. You only do that on an old car. So there's that. Nice. All set up. Very happy with that. And that muffler, as you can see, you can grab it. That thing's shaking the car. So that's perfect. And there it is into my manifold. Beautiful. That's still Henry Ford steel. I reused it. It was in great shape. Original manifold. I put some, Christ, I can't forget the name, remember the name. But anyway, it's, I can't remember the damn name. But it's obviously for heat paint for manifolds, and that's that. So anyway, when I was a kid, you know, and anything you did with a car, the old man got involved. Of course, you had to get him involved because he had all the tools and the know-how. And I was tightening up the bolt, and I remember I broke the bolt. And I think it was the alternator. It was something that was important, obviously, and I broke the bolt. And my father goes, "Jesus Christ, you're not tightening tank treads," you know. So every time I tighten a bolt, I think of that story. He's like, you know, I'm not tightening tank treads, so I got to be careful. So anyway, I hope you had a laugh on that one, because we all had an old man, I'm sure, back when was born in the 20s or 30s that was a little rough around the edges, but he was a great guy. So anyway, I couldn't be happier. The brake lines are done. I'm ready to take the top off of this and add some fluid into it and start bleeding it. And I'm going to bleed it myself. I actually made I have a empty water bottle, a little water bottles you buy in the store, and I have a tube on it, and I just stick the tube into the bleeder, which is right there. The tube goes right on the end. Then you can pump the brakes yourself so you see the fluid coming out, and you don't need two guys to do it. So that's the thing when you're working alone in the shop, you know, you got to come up with different ways to do things, and that's that. So clouding up. I want to get the lawn mowed before the day's over, before it rains. And on behalf of me and old Earl, thanks for coming back, and we'll see you next time. I'm going to bleed the brakes. I'll let you know how that goes, and we will start the emergency brake. That's a whole nother animal, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Remember, drive slow, wear your safety belts, and say hello to everyone you know. Thanks a lot. Tell them I said hi.